Art is a spiritual technology.
Wherever I go, I can be like, okay, this is north, this is south because of Detroit.
All these cultures that are inside the city are what I like to put on a plate.
Stories and fantasies that last always have truth to them.
Detroit is the Black story.
This is Container on the Metro, hosted by me, Tia Graham. This series highlights Detroit creatives exploring their worlds through community and artistry. Let's begin by saying what up, though, to Bryce Detroit.
This ain't a rap song, I don't rap songs. I write futures, Afro-black form. Black on statements, make matrix, manifest greatness. Yin and yang, gold flakes in the water. Monatomic, prophetic through impressive phonics. Bout dough like harmonics, in accord.
This is the track Rap Song off of Bryce Detroit's 2019 album Structured Water. Bryce Detroit is a poet, an artist, a social justice organizer, and a musician. And with so many titles on his name, it's hard to pinpoint what creative endeavor he may be working on at that particular moment. But it's always safe to say he's doing it for the culture, he's doing it for Detroit. Also, just a quick note, Bryce speaks in third person and refers to himself as we, just in case you think you may be hearing wrong. Bryce grew up in the University District, going to church with his family. The first instrument he played was the piano. He learned quickly music class wasn't for him, but he did love music, and his father helped foster that love with his record collection.
My father was big on technology, so we always had some banging ass sound system. He would let young 8, 9, 10-year-old Bryce have at his records, have at his CDs, have at his tapes.
That's
listen to what
amazing, because you know how parents are about their stuff.
in real life. And this is me just saying it out loud for the first time, kind of connecting, like, that was one of the most nurturing things he could have done, was just allow me. And he heard me blasting Quincy Jones from the basement. You can't not hear it. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't tell me to turn the music down. And he never said, you must ask for my stuff. Only once we got in college. And that was my first time really, really going into record production. So we started stealing his CDs and taking them to school so we can, Hampton University, so we can sample. We took like 20 of his CDs. He was like, Bryce, no, now you must. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you're taking them out of state. Like, you're just packing them up, taking them out of state. They're gone for weeks, months.
We crossed state lines. It was federal larceny at that point. For real.
Your daddy was like, I'm done.
I'm done.
You're
like
done.
Now we've had enough. But that's really where it starts, though. Yeah. Boom, boom, bringing the drum, banging like guns. Pum, pum, cowards in fear, we watch them run. Zoom, zoom, mama in heel stockings for fun. Let's have a conversation and let's see what comes up. We going up, word to my pricing. Invoice matching my...
You're listening to Bryce Detroit during one of his studio sessions at the Love Building in Core City. When I asked him which comes first, producing or writing a song, he said it's never random. There is a method to his music.
Bryce is a composer first.
Okay.
For real. So we start most times, 98% of the time, it starts with a composition. Yep. A lot of the compositions they'll end up becoming songs, but how about this? The majority of my compositions are practice. Like, we have so many, and we call it practice in the same way that basketball players and professional athletes, all of that very real repetitions and labor and reinforcing that happens before the game. Yes, so we really have a crazy catalog. All of my beats start off as practice. We make beats based on an exercise, we for sure want to do a thing. We'll make a beat, come back to it, maybe a day later, maybe months later, and be like, that shit's fire for real, like the MC in me. So that be the process. The composer starts
first.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then the MC will come back and listen like, wait a minute. But there are definitely times where we're composing and then the MC jumps in like, stop. I need to write right now, bro. Like, go no further. That's all we need.
Yes.
Yeah.
According to Bryce Detroit, art is more than just something pretty to look at or hear. To him, music is a transference of knowledge and emotion through generations. And according to Bryce, there is a science to art in its many forms.
Art is a spiritual technology that develops the spirit for particular mechanical functioning. Now, when it comes to the magic of quote unquote music, we understood that the songwriter, the griot, which songwriters ain't but griots. So the role of the griot, the jali, is to present ancestral literacy, present the past in the present in a way that is accessible and provocative. And in doing that, it gives us in the present some appropriate frames through which to project ourselves into the future.
From the heart cup at a price. This is my body, this is my blood, and I don't want to spill none. But if I got to, I'ma drip some. But I'm not gonna waste it, no. What? Cause this is my body, this is my blood. This is my body, this is my blood. My body, my blood. And if I got to, I'ma drip some, but I'm not gonna waste it, no.
You're hearing My Body, My Blood off the album Church, Capsule One. Bryce Detroit is known around the city for more than his music. He's also a visual artist. Maybe you've seen the hood closed to gentrifiers roadwork signs in Detroit. That's him. Bryce Detroit's home base is what he calls the garage in Detroit's North End, where some of his creative pursuits manifest. He's working to ensure the garage and surrounding spaces in the neighborhood foster a forward-thinking, creative ecosystem in Detroit. Through what he's dubbed entertainment justice, the garage is the first step in creating a more socially conscious and equitable music industry, one that builds on the creative legacy of the North End.
Back in the 20th century, one of the things that was most important was a space to practice, create, and experiment. We only could do that in spaces that were free to us. So that looked like churches, social halls, that looked like basements. So for me, that's where the garage happened. It's like we're gonna first make a place for creation and experimentation of this new music, this entertainment justice culture. From there, once you have a space for creation and experimentation, then you need a space for the refining, which is the production of those things. So that's where it was a logical step to work to get the Apex bar. We now have 6 properties in our portfolio, and now we've grown in sophistication to actually look at the work as transformational brownfield development.
His work is as multifaceted as he is.
That's Kwaku Ose. He's a friend and collaborator of Bryce Detroit. He is also the executive director of the Love Building. Entertainment justice is what Bryce Detroit calls a cultural movement. When talking about Bryce and his work, Kwaku testifies to the importance of Bryce's efforts and how entertainment justice manifests on the ground in real time.
I think it leads with the entertainment justice, but it expands into redeveloping the North End neighborhood in particular, and bringing industry back to that neighborhood that is accessible to the people that have historically been in that neighborhood and those that still live there. And so really it's like a lot of his work is really economic empowerment. It's entertainment justice, but really it's leveraging entertainment to do some economic empowerment.
Like I'm chucking the rock, dish enterprises like a dime on the spot. Got my mind on the block, how I mine in the block. You violate my people, leave your mind on the block. If they mine in the block, trying to blood diamond and block, you strip mine them, blow they mouth and top. Whoa, every time I speak, blow the frame out. Every time I hit on the beat, blow your brains out. Every time I hit on the scene, blow the lames out. Like I'm finna rake the leaves and got the blower thing out. This major league, this that global route, going in as G's, turning.
You're listening to Work of Art off his 2019 Structured Water album. Bryce Detroit sees music as a path to economic empowerment. It's been done before. From Motown to techno, these cultural movements out of Detroit sustain careers and inspire creativity. Without the giants that came before, Bryce says there wouldn't be a blueprint to follow. And while there's plenty of rap coming out of Detroit, things have changed since the days of Jay Dilla and Slum Village. So I was curious what he thought of today's rap scene.
The scene, to me, in the way that we use that word, the scene means, the scene is a product of an actual active music economy. That's what the scene is, the market product of this economic activity. Super shout out Submerge. They, for me in my life, are the example of that black music economy that Motown came out of. So there is a techno scene. There's an electronic music scene because there's an active electronic music economy. But on the rap, ain't no scene yet.
But to grow a rap economy and the culture surrounding it, he believes the music that's being promoted needs to evolve. It needs to move past harmful agendas and towards personal growth.
What gets promoted is of no interest to me. We were told a lie that selling drugs was actually economic empowerment, was an actual modality we could use to personally get ourselves off our knuckles, but also our families and shit. I'm very clear about the level of sitting with oneself, the level of really thinking about your own thoughts that it takes to get into your own internal conversation about like, what the fuck am I really doing here? Like, what's my impact on things? Like, we get how much time that takes.
As you can hear from our time with Bryce so far, he's someone who perceives the world and our place in it as sacred. When I asked him why he spoke in third person, he explained that words and how we use them hold power.
So for me, it starts with being spiritually precise in my articulation. It's an acknowledgement that Bryce is a multidimensional being in real life. The I of Bryce is imperceivable. The short of it is, though, to ensure that we are operating in our true person and not misdefining, misqualifying the true self. Because a lot of happens in how we manifest our reality when we attribute bullshit to our true I. Like, I'm hungry, I'm upset, I'm this. Well, the I is imperceivable and the I is immaterial, so it can't do these things. And when we say the I is doing it, then we're creating these very human limits, which literally become the boxes through which our reality is truncated, for real.
We think about the old, true. We're in the now, how are you doing you, new? You. New stories. What you saying? How you doing you, new.
No matter what Bryce Detroit is doing at any particular moment, he's making sure he's doing it for the city he loves, Detroit. Bryce is leading a cultural movement he calls entertainment justice. Whether it's through art, personal growth, or community development, he wants to see Detroit and its people flourish. To keep up with Bryce Detroit, you can follow him on Instagram at Bryce Detroit or his website, brycedetroit.com, and listen to his music, available on all streaming platforms. Container on the Metro is brought to you by WDET in collaboration with the Love Building and the Gilbert Family Foundation. This series is produced by Connor Anderson, Jose Llanes, and me, Tia Graham. Original music is by Sam Bobian. Audio editing is by Connor Anderson, and our executive producer is David Lyons. To hear new episodes every Monday, subscribe to the Metro's podcast feed on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Learn more at WDET.org/container.